intend to feed the gharib. I intend to go and visit the sick. I intend to go for Hajj. I intend to build a masjid. Whatever, good, anything good. Intention, niyat. Then the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is activated at that time. Because you intended to do good, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you a sawab for that intention. No matter you have done it or you did not do it, just the action, just the intention of doing good, you get sawab. Right? Such is the mercy. How merciful Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, yet we don't want to worship Him. We don't want to be obedient to Him. Right? However, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam states that there are shifts. There are shifts that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given angels with the human being. A group of angels will come to you at the time of Asr. The shift of the angels that are commissioned with the individual, with the human being, the time of the shift change is Asr. The shift starts after Asr, at the time of Asr, and the shift ends after Fajr. This is the time that the angels shift change with you. The group of angels that come by you. Allah sends the angels, go on the ground and see how or what my servants are doing. So this group of angels, the first shift will come, start at the time of Asr. And when you perform your Salatul Asr, if you perform your Salatul Asr, the angel approaches you at the time when you are performing Asr. And when they leave you, you are performing your Fajr. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked, "O angels, how did you find my servant on earth?" Now something very important. You see, lots of us sway because of ignorance. Ignorance is a curse. बीमारी है. जहल, जिहालत बीमारी है. सख्त बीमारी. Serious sickness is ignorance. Therefore Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam says that the heritage of the Muslim is knowledge. You seek it whenever you find it, and if you don't find it, you go look for it. That is the duty of a Muslim. You should be studying all your life. There's no such thing, oh, I've qualified, like you do a MA degree, you did you went university, khalas, after that you start practicing. Or you become a doctor and you did your duties, you did your studies, after you study you got your certificate, now you are practicing. Now there's no need to study. This is not, this is Islam. Islam, you study from the first moment when the mind becomes active and understands what is good and bad, and will be able to grasp knowledge from that time till the last moment. How Amir al-Mu'mineen fil Hadith. Amir al-Mu'mineen here refers to a very high authority. Amir al-Mu'mineen fil Hadith, the Amir al-Mu'mineen of Hadith, Sayyidina Imam Abdullah ibn Mubarak radiyallahu ta'ala, great tabi'i, not tabi'i, you get sahabi, tabi'i, tabi'i, third generation. He is the student of Sayyidina Imam-e-Azam, Imam Abu Hanifa radiyallahu ta'ala. Can you imagine what status he is? And he was an authority in his time of hadith. If he narrates this hadith, any hadith, it is taken for granted that this hadith is correct. Such was his authority, and such was his status in the field of hadith. Imam Abdullah ibn Mubarak radiyallahu ta'ala, in his deathbed, just before his wisal, just before him passing away, people visit him. And who visit him? The great ulama of that time, his students, great muhaddiseen, mufassirin, great ulama are sitting at his bedside and ask him, "Oh Imam Abdullah ibn Mubarak, what is your last wish before you die?" A very important question they're asking him. What is your last wish before you die? He say, before I die, my last wish is, I hope somebody can come and teach me something that I don't know. Allah. काश के कोई ऐसा शख्स आ जाए और मुझे वो सिखाए जिसका मुझे इल्म नहीं. Knowledge at the time before his ruh is coming out. Imam Abdullah ibn Mubarak, such a great personality, and a taba'i, student of Imam Abu Hanifa radiyallahu ta'ala. That's his last desire before he dies. So knowledge is very important. Okay, so a Muslim must always read. Iqra was the first revelation, first word revealed to the Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam was Iqra, read. That's your guideline. You got to read all the time. Read the Quran, read the Hadith, read books. Read books. The reading for a Muslim is like a compulsion. That is from where you derive knowledge. You have to read. Today, scientific technology has gone so advanced that we don't want to read. The Muslim Ummah, the moment they stop reading books and reading Islamic literature, they have been exposed to the network of the kuffar that moved the Muslim concentration away from knowledge. And they've given him all this media and given him all these technologies of the CD and the DVD and MP3 and all these gadgets, the television. This has destroyed the mind of the intelligent. You must read. Reading is your heritage. You got to read. Get proper, authentic Islamic books and read. Have your own private library. That is wealth, not the money in a bank. Money in a bank can't buy the knowledge that you could find inside books. Don't be proud about money. Be thankful about understanding in Islam. Tafaqquh fi deen is understanding of religion. Quran says if Allah wants to be merciful and bless a person, He gives him understanding of religion. Religion as a Muslim, that is a fundamental step you should take towards the proper understanding of Islam is knowledge. So, angels are commissioned to be present at your side. They change. Now, understanding, you see, I was speaking about jahl, ignorance. Lots of us draw conclusions by two lines and think that whatever is written here is of facial value and this is an article of faith. That's how the Muslim has been split into so many groups today. Today we have so many groups, so many sects, and each sect, the irony of the problem and confusion for the layman in the street is that each and every one portray himself and claim that he is on the right path. Qadiani, you look at it, he advocates and he is prepared to give his life on what he believes. So an ignorant man, look at him, how do I say, look at the man, how devout he is, how devoted he is. His beliefs may be right. Then you get the Wahhabi, who claim to be the champions of Islamic faith, and in so much so that they blatantly strike out the majority of the ummah that don't follow them as kafir and mushrik. Brand them openly in the literature and in the lectures, in the holy haram in front of the Kaabatullah. And they've reduced Islam to such dogmas and such beliefs that if somebody from outside comes and says, if this is what is Islam, I don't want to believe in it. Because there's hardly anything left that is halal. Most of the thing in Islam has now become haram. Like for example, I'll give you kissing. Kiss. And you know, kiss is a symbol of love. Right? You don't kiss something if you don't love it. Right? And the passion that you have for kissing depends on the degree of love. It is an icon of love. Right? And love is the heritage of Islam, and Islam is the one that taught the human race what is love. They don't know. The West don't know what is love. Whether it's Hollywood or it's Bollywood or whatever wood it is, they don't know what is love. They only know what is lust. There's a lot of difference between lust and love. Lust, which is known as carnal desire, nafsani ख्वाहिशात और मोहब्बत में बहुत फर्क है. Lust will think what is going to be the outcome. He'll start calculating. Look at fire. Oh, fire's nature is to burn. If I put my finger there, it's going to burn me. If I put myself in there, it's going to burn me. If I put my clothes in there, it's going to burn. It who is not merciful on anything, that is lust. But love doesn't calculate what fire can do or what is the fire's effect. It will listen to the command of the beloved. अंजाम नहीं देखता है. मोहब्बत और इश्क जो है वो अंजाम नहीं देखता. अगर महबूब ने हुक्म दिया कि आग में कूद जाओ, तो आशिक पहले कूद जाएगा, बाद में सोचेगा क्या होगा. He'll first jump in a fire and he'll see what's the conclusion later. अंजाम नहीं देखता, हुक्म देखता. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said to the Sahaba, we have to go to defend Islam in Badr. The early stages of Islam, when the infrastructure of the religion was not yet as set up, the blueprint was placed there, and that's it. Rife in poverty, ghurbat ka uruj tha, so much so that the Sahaba in Medina Munawwara, some of them, if they had one chadar, a piece of cloth on their body to cover themselves, they had nothing else. If they had a meal, and that to a little meal, a few morsels of food or a few dates to eat for lunch, they were not sure what are they going to eat for supper, or what they're going to have for breakfast, or what they're going to eat the next day. They don't have it. They don't have homes. कितने सहाबी ऐसे थे उस दौर के अंदर, उस मुबारक दौर के अंदर, जिसके पैरों में चप्पल और जूते भी नहीं थे. Narrated in the hadith, there are certain sahabas that used to take turns to use one cloth to wrap themselves and perform salah, while the other one sat in a hole to cover his body. इतनी गुर्बत थी. ऐलान हो रहा है, ऐलान नबूवत हो रहा है. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam announces, Allah has ordered us to defend Islam. The time has come to defend Islam. We have to go to the battle of Badr. Sahaba ikram ishq ke samundar the. They were drenched in love. Every single pore in their body, love for Allah and His Rasul oozed out. And if you had to assess or take a blood test, you will find just the redness, but the effect of the blood is all translated into love. Muhabbat, love. And eagerness of this love is so great that whenever they found themselves in the presence of the Nabi, they wanted to shed every single blood, every single drop of blood for the love of Allah and His Rasul. Sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Jalla Jalalu Amma Nawalu. They're going for Badr. They're going to the battle of Badr. Very few transport animals, camels, few camels, one or two horses, going to Badr. Agar insan ka aql hai, if you say intellect will say, Baba, you're going to war, where's your ammunition? Sahaba didn't say, Ya Rasulullah, why are you taking us to war? I don't even have sandals to wear. I must walk from here over to 150, 200 miles and into this into the desert and in